one of the things that you can do to separate yourself from the competition is to make sure the house is prepped and ready to go before your start. So we actually spend 10 to 15 minutes prepping the entire house, walking with the client before we even start shooting or show up with our cameras on the front door. We actually spend time prepping the house, making sure the pillows are straightened, the lights are on, fans are off for photos or on for video, making sure that the stools are correctly placed on the countertops. The microwave lights is on, any underside of the cabinets lighting are on. So it's very important for your client and for you to actually represent who you are and making you known as the expert in this field. That's why we spend some time prepping the house before starting, because that will make a final difference in the photos. And not by only doing that, you're showing that you're serious in this business and that you want to build a great relationship with your client. And that's how that client's gonna keep calling you every single time she has or he has a new listing for you. For bedrooms like this, I make sure everything is on and my fans are off. And I'm checking for wrinkles on the bed. So I try to pull a little bit of the bedding to actually remove the wrinkles on the sheets. As you can see, it's pretty good. Okay. The pillows look fantastic. The curtains look good. Some final touches here and there. And this room is pretty much ready to rock and roll. So, I think this is fantastic. Let's move on to the other bedroom right now. For this bedroom, exactly the same as the other one. Make sure the lights are on, fans are off. Pillows look good as of right now. The curtains look a little crooked in my opinion, but it looks good overall. And the bedding looks awesome. There's almost no wrinkles on this one, which is awesome. We will obviously remove them in Photoshop, do a enhancing on bit, so making sure that's on too. So everything looks great. I think the decor on the bedding looks good. Actually, I just pull these out a little bit and straighten this portrait right here. Make sure the seam is on the back. If the seam was like this, right, that looks very bad in my opinion. So I will just move it back a little bit and make sure the fans are stopped. And let's move on to the master. This master looks great. I think some final touches will be the curtains right here. Let's see if I can tidy these up real quick. Make sure the lampshades are straightened. Pillows look good, to be honest, and there's almost no wrinkles on the bedding. Move this here, right here. Lampshade is on the back. What else? Make sure the fans are stopped. Today I'm using the Canon R5 with the, of course, flash with the 17 tilt shift Canon. I usually don't use any tilt shifts for my real estate clients, but for the builders and architects and interior designers, I do use a tilt shift lens. That way I can shift the perspective of what my client vision is. With a normal lens, like a 16 to 35, you can get away with the tilt shift look, but your verticals are not going to be strained, and it's going to be a pain to correct the correct perspective on post rather than just doing it on site with a tilt shift. For camera triggering, I'm using the CamRanger 2. It's, as I said before, this is a game changer in my workflow. I can see everything on my iPad. This is the iPad Pro. I think it's the first or third gen. It's not the M1, but it works fantastic as a monitor for my client, or I can use it for triggering my camera. I used to I used to shoot everything with my phone using the Canon Native app, and that was a total nightmare. It will just quit on me on the spot. The client couldn't see the full perspective of the shot, and having a better, bigger screen has made a world of a difference for my clients. And that's one of the things that will definitely separate you from the competition. It's just having the right equipment for your client to enjoy and use on location, you know. And for flash, I'm using the AD200 Pro from Godox. I used to use the AD600 Pro from Godox. It's a massive flash, but in my opinion, I'm shooting 90% of our builders are, you know, these kind of homes. Not very high ceilings, not very dark features. Everything looks very light and small. And this flight has been a fantastic choice of power, portability, and ease of use. So this is one of the perfect examples on why I use a tilt shift lens. So let's go back to the normal view of a 16mm without tilt shift. And as you can see, there's a ton of head space, a lot of ceiling, and you're actually cutting out the actual island of the kitchen. So if we shift back, right, I'm able to see the actual island and remove a ton of unnecessary roof on this photo, making it look a little bit bigger and more appealing to the buyer. Okay, so now I'm trying to do a single point perspective of the kitchen, and I'm actually gonna raise my tripod up a little bit so I can see a little bit of the cabinets behind the countertop. So I'm gonna shift down just a tap, keep my verticals on throughout, and I can see that this chair is on the way, so I'm gonna actually remove that. It's right here, so I'm not able to see that. The stools are okay. I'm gonna see if moving this one, just a tap right here. Moving that one as well. Probably this one as well will do the trick. So as of right now, I'm very happy with my framing, and I'm going to do, let's say, HDR shot right now. Okay, I'm gonna switch back to manual, turn on my flash, and do some pops. And as you can see, I'm aiming it towards the ceiling. So I'm gonna do one more pop right here for the chairs, mimicking natural light, and I'm gonna do one pop right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and select HDR. I'm gonna do an HDR batch right here. We're doing 5 shots, 2 exposures apart, and then I'm switching back to manual, so you can see here, and I'm gonna start popping some flash shots. So I'm gonna test it real quick. Okay, and I'm gonna start filling some light around the kitchen right here. We're gonna start doing some flash pops right here. And I'm gonna do one more flash pop right here. Okay. And let's see real quick how that looks. So the first flash pop that I did was mainly to get more light on the cabinets. So as you can see, the cabinets are beautifully lit as of right now. There's some shadows around this one that I got rid of by shooting this angle right here. And as you can see, that shadow got completely removed. So for this one, I'm mainly highlighting the floors, the cabinets, making sure that I fill out all the information and color on the actual photo. My second flash spot was mimicking some natural light coming from that window. So I placed myself right in the window, pop some flash, and the flash I'm using, it's at full power right now. And as you can see, the settings are 1/160th of a second, f7.1, ISO at 100. So I'm trying to mimic a little bit of natural light, creating some shadows on the stools, some shadows on the plants, and some natural shadows coming through the cabinets. And my other one is it's a safe frame shot that I tend to do to fill in a little bit more information on the stools, on this part of the island, and the floor right here. And of course, I need to do a second frame, safe frame for this one because I need to remove myself from this frame. Although I can use this one as well and remove myself on this one, I'd rather use this one that has a little bit more information right here rather than that one. All wrapped up and ready to go home, so I can dump all these footage back to our team members who will handle photo editing and video editing. For photos, we do a 2 to 3 day turnaround for premium flash photography as we did today, and about 2 to 3 days for video as well. So hopefully by Friday we'll have some pieces, and then by Monday we will deliver it to the client. Do you like this method of video editing? Do you want me to show you screen recordings of the Cam Ranger while I explain what I did on the photo, how to position myself for flash, or how to position the camera for the best angles? Leave a comment down below. I'm thinking of doing kind of a in-depth video shooting for home builders and real estate, and how to shoot Matterport for this type of clients, how to find this type of clients, and stuff like that. But if you're enjoying the videos, let me know in the comments. And if you have any suggestions of what you want to learn in this industry, let me know as well.